What's going on, everybody, and welcome to episode 58 of the Playconomics podcast, breaking down the business behind the world of video games, giving you that sweet, thick, dirty, fanusy context for industry trends. I'm one of your hosts, Bobby Kawecki. Joined with me today is the mood-lit, I would say this is mood lighting on your end, Matt.
I asked you if you wanted it to be lighter. I only have the one ring light on.
I'm saying no. I'm saying no. I'm not. It's not bad. It's just a mood. Okay. All right. It's Matt Mascari. That's you fucking interrupt your intro. That's what you get. That's what you get.
I'm sorry.
How you been, buddy? I know it's been like technically. I don't even know the last time I recorded. It's been
3 days. It's been 3 days. We recorded on Sunday.
I don't know if that's true, but
I know it's true.
How you been in those last 3 days?
Fine. I played some Apex. I did a lot of work. That's pretty much it.
Wow.
That's all I've done.
Why don't you calm down there before you pull something, pal? Your excitement is just, radiating through the screen at me.
Well, I'm in the awkward period of getting back to work after being on vacation for over a week, and there's a lot of emails. And basically my life has been emails and meetings for the last 3 days.
So there's this great movie that much in the theme of like Airplane and Naked Gun and like even like Scary Movie. They don't make the spoof movie anymore. You know what I mean? They don't make the spoof. I don't think they could get away with it. But there's a little known spoof movie called Johnny Dangerously. It's with Michael Keaton and Danny DeVito and like a whole bunch of other famous actors. Anyway, they play gangsters. It's like a spoof movie of gangsters. And Danny DeVito eventually runs for like mayor or something, but he's crooked. And he goes to this guy who's like first date is. He goes, "Why don't you ease into the job? Take a vacation." And I'm like, that's the best line of any movie I've ever heard. It's good times to be had when watching Johnny Dangerously. But you know what's not good times, Matt?
I have a feeling you're going to tell me.
It's not good times if you're a Facebook gaming app user. I heard about this. Actually, today was the perfect day to record because the floodgates opened, the heavens parted, and quite a bit of news dropped yesterday and today. So good stuff, leading with the fact that, Facebook gaming shuttering its app this October. Jeffrey Rousseau did a little bit of a write-up there. And just kind of reading from the article, it says, Facebook Gaming has announced that its app will no longer be active. On October 28th, the change will affect both the iOS and Android versions of the program. Within the announcement regarding the app shutdown, the company said that its gaming division will continue to operate. That's like that's I'm sure we can be friends during the breakup. You know what I mean? I prefer what Mixer did, which is the scorched earth approach, where one day, gone. It just ceased to exist.
Same thing with the Zune. They were just like, let me tell you something. Microsoft knows how to
way too much.
Microsoft knows how to cancel a product. The Zune, they were just like, I've never heard of it. Anyone? And the first person to raise their hand at Microsoft, Bill Gates, is just like, get him out.
Have I told you my theory about the Zune, what they did with all the Zunes and the Super Bowl t-shirts, the alternate reality? You know this story? I've told this on the podcast before?
Maybe, but just for the fans, let them hear it. The ones in the back.
For those of you who don't know, we in America, greatest country on the face of the planet, have a little holiday every first Sunday in February called the Super Bowl, or El Super Bowl as it's called. And when the teams are announced, or they get through the tournament, we know who's going to play. Obviously, they have to draft up the t-shirts. It says Super Bowl champion 2022. There's 2 sets. One of those sets immediately becomes obsolete at the end of that game. So what do? They ship them to less fortunate countries who are in need. So there are countries in the world currently where people are clothed, they're warm, they're feeling great, but they are living in an alternate history. possibly the correct history, because think about all the Super Bowl shirts that the Patriots didn't win that they're wearing. I'm assuming they do the same thing with the Zunes, where they say, here's all these iPods. That's what I'm assuming Bill Gates does with the Zune. Well, or he buries them in all of his Montana farmland. But yeah, Facebook shutting down Facebook gaming. Oh boy, that's my hot take, that by the end of the year, Z-Laner, who is the only relevant streamer on Facebook gaming, is going to have to find a new place to work from.
Yeah, I mean, does he have an exclusivity clause?
I believe so. And he would never go to Twitch. He's gone on the record saying because they fucked Doc, he would never go to Twitch.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like he's going to YouTube Gaming, if I was a betting man.
I mean, he's going to go, but Doc still hasn't gotten locked down for a YouTube Gaming contract. Do you think it's him saying no or them not asking? Just as a side note, because we haven't talked about Doc in a while.
I do think, I will give you 2 Doc notes right now. I think it is they offer him, and he's just like, I don't want to be tied down. Like, I don't think it has any
4 zeros to that check.
Yeah. I don't even think it's that. I honestly don't think the mobility for him has a value. Like, I think he would rather be able to stream on whatever he chooses than
TikTok,
be
Doc
paid.
Talk.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like I straight up think that he is at the point where money is no longer really the object.
Oh, certainly not. No.
Yeah. So I think he's fine.
You think Facebook Gaming makes it to the end of the year as a platform?
Yeah, I think it'll forever be there because it's just integrated into like Facebook. I think they're just gonna leave it. It's gonna be bare bones
and just completely just ignore it.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, there's only so many of these that can be sustained. I think I've gone on the record many times. I think YouTube Gaming will eventually win out in the long run.
Yeah. Agreed, but I think it'll just be a division of Facebook because I don't think Facebook's going anywhere. And I think eventually they will either, what I see Facebook Gaming is, it's either going to go die in the corner alone and somebody will use it.
Cheery. I like that. Good.
Or Facebook's going to buy something. And they're going to take over. I don't know, but they're going to buy something that has the infrastructure for it already, where they're going to get game development and game IPs, and that's when they double down on Facebook Gaming. They're basically going to purchase something to redo Facebook Gaming.
I don't hate that.
Yeah.
My pie in the sky prediction here, and hold on to your pants for this one, is considering Facebook owns Oculus. Man, could you imagine a Facebook gaming platform? Their differentiating thing would be you plug in to your streamer.
That'd be cool.
Right? So, like, I put on the headset, and now I am seeing Doc's screen.
Yeah, that's that's so easy, though. Like, I think that the minute that comes out, Amazon's like, here's a headset.
I'm curious if the lack of headsets, because if you think about it, there's really only the two. Yeah, you've got Valve Index and HTC whatever. It's Oculus and it's PSVR.
Yeah.
Why? Is it everybody's playing a different game? Is it, fiscal and product chicken where everyone's like, no, you make the headset first. No, you make the headset first. No, you know what I mean?
I think it is twofold. One, I think headsets are clunky, and I think that the tech behind headsets are clunky, and people would rather play in traditional games, which is why I don't think it's made itself to streaming. And there's a reason why we go to a movie theater and we don't put a headset on. There's a reason we watch it on a screen. I know. And the other reason is,
baby.
The other reason is the games aren't good enough yet.
Just wait till that Horizon Call of the West or whatever it is comes out.
I will bet you literally anything you want. I will eat this current hoodie that I'm wearing to say that it will not play as well as Horizon Zero Dawn.
Fair play. You know what else is fair playing? Unless you want to put a pin in that. I'm just kind of glossing through some headlines here as we rock and roll through the show.
No, go for it.
Matt, we've talked a lot about gaming conventions. Are they coming back? Will they come back?
I believe so.
265,000 people attended Gamescom. So yeah, there's a hunger
COVID.
for it.
Oh.
My God. Oh my God. This was the event. Listen, I have to say, she ain't getting me twice. I was at a very large gathering exactly 1 week ago, to the point where several people there are currently infected. Me, bro. You're not touching me, G. But yeah, 265,000 people at Gamescom. It's healthy. It's a healthy... It is a sign of a healthy market and a healthy demand for this, right? Mm-hmm. It's coming to us also from gamesindustry.biz. Where was it? At 75%, the number of foreign exhibitors was higher than usual, meaning people outside of Germany, I imagine, or outside of Europe. Obviously, Jeff Keighley did his thing there. Look, if there was ever a time for everybody and their friends to somebody needs to give a reality check to all of these, Embracer groups and Ubisofts and be like, listen, you're not that guy and you're not that dev. We're all doing it in a week. It's gonna be a week the way it was. We're having a convention. Be there or don't. That's what we need back. That's what we need back, Matt.
The problem is the content is just so easy to put out. If you're Nintendo, I'm assuming, how do you think these conventions work? I'm assuming that Nintendo pays to be there.
Correct.
Why would you pay? Why would you pay when you could just put your own on YouTube?
I think because it's a little bit... The zeitgeist of having, imagine if technology was like this, right? Apple, I would say, has a Nintendo-like model in terms of how they do product rollouts. Apple has several keynotes throughout the year. They have their iPhone keynote, their iPad, their new iMacs. They have a software keynote at WWDC. Samsung's got one, right?
Yep.
My point is, imagine if you directly, in 2 days, watched an Apple and a Samsung keynote. You would be immediately able to tell which one of those two things is better.
Why would you ever want that?
My point is, it pushes everybody to be their best. Spreading it out, you get friggin', what was it? Oh, that Pokemon Direct.
Xenoblades.
You get the Pokemon. Don't get. I can't.
Hold on.
I can't.
No. We're gonna shed some light on.
Could you imagine
some Pokemon news?
Could you imagine
lights on.
If lights on? Could you imagine?
Hold on. No.
Set myself on fire on the podcast. I swear to God.
No, because we're discussing right now. You said Pokemon, and I wasn't gonna bring this up unless you said the word Pokemon, and we need to discuss the pre-order bonus for Scarlet and Violet, the double edition.
Thank you for coming to the last episode of the Playconomics podcast.
No. You are sitting here right now telling me that, listen, you people that are paying $120 to buy basically the same game twice, do you know what you get for pre-ordering it? You get a legendary Pokemon. You get unexplored content. You get 100% customizable, clothing for skins for your character. No, you don't.
You don't get any of that.
You get 10 revives.
Ooh, they love it.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, so you're ready to see the light? You're ready to stop drinking the pokey Kool-Aid?
Bro, if you don't think I'm getting Scarlet day one, you're crazy. Am I gonna pre-order it? No, I buy it digital.
Also, yes.
Bro, I'm not trying to have my Pokemon die, bro. Obviously.
The point I am trying to make is, if I'm Nintendo and I know 1 hour before I have my keynote, Sony has a keynote, not a month, not a day, not a week where people forget shit. 1 hour. And those people did not get up off the couch. They're wearing the Depends. They're not missing this for the world. Guess what? I'm at least adding a voice track. I'm at least adding a voice track that isn't Siri to my trailer.
So I think the only reason why Nintendo will absolutely never go back to going to conventions like this for big announcements is because you know how like shitty it is to put Xenoblade Chronicles next to like a Wolverine trailer or next to like Starfield.
But yeah, do better.
Why?
Do better.
Literally, why?
You know what? You make a point. I don't want to harp on this too much because we got lots to talk about today, other than to say EA should come back. If EA comes back, man, you and I... E3. I was looking at our next topic. If E3 comes back in like a big way, we're going, first of all.
You know, it doesn't need to be a big way.
And we're interviewing people.
Oh, yeah. On the street.
I'm just going to be like, hey, have you heard of Playconomics podcast, the number one podcast that Hideo Kojima's not on?
Yeah.
So Amazon didn't buy EA. That was a whole thing. Not only did Amazon not buy EA, just to put a pin in that from last week, they paired some gains after the traction. So their stock actually went down and then made some gains after the announcement was retracted there. Good old Jason Schreier over at L. Bloomberg, reading from his article here. EA and Amazon declined to comment on the report. EA shares were up 4.9% at 11:56 a.m. New York, valuing Redwood City, California-based company at $37 billion. That shocks me, and you can ask me why.
Why?
You're telling me Twitter is worth more than EA, and EA makes Madden? I will let that sink in for a second.
All I'm saying is, was Twitter actually purchased?
Not yet. It's going to go through. Oh.
I don't think
so. I hope that wasn't playing. Was that playing through the speakers? I had an autoplay video.
I didn't hear it, no.
Okay, good. Yeah, so that's that. A couple little topics at the start of the show here, some corrections, some news, some hustle, some bustle. But let's get to the real thing, because I see you didn't fill in the document, Matt, before we get into the meat and potatoes of the
what are we playing? I've been playing Apex. Everyone knows. We don't need to say it every week that Matt's been playing Apex and no, I'm not diamond yet. Stop. Stop reminding me. It's not fair. We do a podcast to have fun. I'm not diamond yet. Although, I did gain 450 RP today. In one match.
Sarah hasn't been home in 7 weeks.
No, Sarah was actually home. She was still working like an adult, but I had meetings from 9 a.m. to 4, and at 4 o'clock I was just like, bro, I'm out.
Good.
Played one game of Apex, 460 RP, baby.
I've deleted Elden Ring. It happened.
You're such a bitch.
I deleted. Listen, I am nothing if not a man of my word, Matt. And you know that. Stick to my guns.
Whatever.
Deleted it. Last of Us Remake Remastered reviews are out. I can't. Here's what I'll say, because there's a lot of zeitgeist on the price, so we can loop this in businessy wise here. Is the biggest thing that people are saying is Last of Us Remastered, is it worth the $70? And you know who SkillUp is? You know who SkillUp is. He's the Australian guy.
Yep.
He made a very good point in his video. So his video review starts out not about The Last of Us, but how much he likes the movie RoboCop. And he's saying how many times he has bought the VHS, the DVD, the Director's Cut DVD, the Blu-ray of the DVD, the Ultra 4K Blu-ray of the Ultra 4K, right? Because he fucking loves RoboCop.
Yep.
And I didn't need to watch any more of that video because I instantly got it. I adore The Last of Us. But I don't adore it as much as I love Resident Evil 4. And what I mean by that is I've gone on record many times saying I have Resident Evil 4 on GameCube, PS2, PS3, Wii, PS4, and not the Switch. I couldn't. So that's 5 times I have paid for Resident Evil 4. And I'm going to get the remake, right? Because that game is a part of my bones. There are a few games like BioShock, original Devil May Cry, Spy Hunter, that if they just gave me a marginally better version every year, I would still pay full price.
Yep.
Last of Us is not one of those games. But if you've never played it, this is obviously the way to do so. And that's all I've got to say about that.
That's fair. I'm definitely going to buy it. I'm definitely going to try to play it. I'm proud of you for not buying it. I really am. Because
just the 70, like I don't need to spend that money right now when I know Black Friday will be on sale. I know this, that, and like $35. Okay.
My thing is, we've been sitting with the $60 price for so long that like I thought the remake price of $60. I was like, whatever.
70. It is 70.
No,
to be clear for everybody out there, price of Last of Us Part 1 is $70.
No, but I'm saying like the last time that we had like real remakes, they were selling for like $60.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm sorry about that.
And like that was at the end of the $60 cycle. So like we were used to paying $60 for video games. So it was a little it hurt me less. Buy a remake now for the first game that I spent $70 on to be a remake. I don't
Listen,
know.
I would argue because they added the DLC, which is on its own phenomenal, right? Like that's $15-20 right there. So like if you've never played it, it's a justified price. Like
Agreed.
If you look at them side by side, the graphics, the this, the that, great. I will not be playing Last of Us Remake Remastered Part 1 for now. But stay tuned, boys and squirrels, because this is the calm before the storm, Matt. We've got what?
November's different.
Nope. Hold on. Bro, we are 36 days away from Overwatch 2.
That's what I'm saying. Like, November is different.
October 4th is Overwatch 2.
Is it?
And it's free to play. So let me tell you, play economists out there. October 4th rolls around, don't come looking for me, and certainly don't come looking for Matt.
I'll be there.
Don't come looking for the Discord. The Discord will be a shanty town.
The Discord will be bumping. We're having an Overwatch channel. If you are not in the Discord yet, you should be there by October 4th, because on October 4th, what's the weekend? I hate that October 4th is a Tuesday, though.
Is it?
Yes.
I'm looking October. It's coming. Overwatch 2 release date. Isn't it usually Friday?
I hope if October 7th would be cool.
October 4th is free to play. Okay, so on Xbox, announced, because they announced it. Overwatch 2, October 4th, free to play. Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah. Tuesday.
Yep. Tuesday.
Kind of sucks ass.
I can tell you right now that weekend, the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th, I will be playing Overwatch.
And then November, Call of Duty.
Yep.
And God of War. And December, hey, you know what we're getting December? Callisto Protocol. And hey, you know what we're getting January? Dead Space remake. You know what we get in February? Nothing. We get a break. But something will come out. You know what we get in March? Resident Evil 4 remake. So it's just...
I think February is where Redfall and Starfield are slated.
Yeah, okay. Anyway.
Just say.
On to some real news.
Actual news.
I'll let you do this one, Matt. From the document, read my headline.
Sony and Tencent buy a stake in From Software. ... So fuck is how I believe it was written.
Yep. You can tee this one off.
So, if you didn't get from our show notes title, in this beautiful article from GameIndustries.biz, Bobby was really feeling them this week, Danielle Partis writes an article, Sony and Tencent acquire stakes in From Software. The two firms take a combined 30% in the Elden Ring maker. Which, I understand that Elden Ring is, like, the most recent game. But they could have wrote Dark, Demon, Bloodborne, like any of the ones that have been around for a while. And I feel
literally the two of those that Sony owns.
Yes.
Demon Souls and Bloodborne.
So I just wanted to make it very clear that I hate when this happens in modern media, where the thing that like made it mainstream, Because Dark Souls 3 was borderline mainstream again, and then they did Bloodborne, which
Sekiro.
was yes.
No, Bloodborne was before Dark Souls 3. Bloodborne
Regardless,
was before
Bloodborne couldn't have been mainstream because it was only on PlayStation. Dark Souls 3 came out.
That's a ridiculous statement.
Almost made it mainstream, and then I would say Sekiro was not played by anywhere near as many people as played Elden Ring.
Bro, it won Game of the Year.
Stop
it. It
Stop
did.
it.
Game Awards.
Yes, but nobody was referring to From Software as the Sekiro maker.
That's true. They're still the Dark Souls people.
Yes.
That was their crown before Elden Ring.
It should still be Dark Souls. Elden Ring is just the newest flavor of a month of a very good game company that should not seem like I feel like by doing this, it makes them seem like they came out of nowhere. Like all of a sudden was, who's FromSoft? FromSoft's been here.
Y'all were just too busy complaining about how hard the games were. And
Yes.
You know what, man? For all those people, the Dark Souls needs an easy mode. Elden Ring is going to beat Call of Duty for the best-selling game of the year. So go ahead and tell me these games aren't approachable. When you make a product of high caliber and market it the right way, like Elden Ring did, it's gonna catch on. It's gonna catch on. Let's keep going through the article here because there's a couple points I want to touch on.
Gotcha. Sony Interactive Entertainment and Sixjoy Hong Kong, a subsidiary of Tencent, has acquired new shares in Japanese studio From Software by way of a third-party allotment in the document shared by From Software's parent company, Katakawa Corporation.
No, Katawaka.
Katawaka?
I'm dyslexic. Katawaka.
Absolutely cool name. Corporation. As spotted by VGC, Sixjoy has bought 16.25% shares in the Dark Sword developer, while Sony has taken a 14.09 stake. So now they make it the Dark Souls developer. I don't like this. Just say From Software.
Katawaka will retain the remaining 69.66% of shares. In the notice, the firm stated it recognizes the enhancement and capabilities for the creation, development, and deployment of game IPs as one of the group's highest priorities.
I want you to read the last... I'm going to read it. Katawaka also aims to strengthen its relationship with Sony in the long term, while maximizing the utilization of existing IP in anime and game fields.
First of all anime should be outlawed. Number one.
No.
I've said that many times.
If they make a Dark Souls anime and then make the game that's around it a PlayStation exclusive, I'm going to jump out of a window. You can't
First of all,
hook me into your game.
The first thing that should be an anime, and you're gonna immediately say I'm right, is make a Bloodborne anime in the style of the Castlevania show. So there you go. That's
fair. Okay.
Lock it up.
They could literally make any of them in Castlevania artwork, and it would be fine.
It would be perfect.
You can't pull me into a game with Elden Ring and make me on board with your video games, and then like 6 months later, say, listen, you know what would be better than Elden Ring? We're going to take all the lore from the Soulsborne stories and put it into anime. Because now I'm here. Now I'm listening. You have caught my undivided attention. And then you tell me that it's only going to be a Sony product. And that's when I have to jump out that window. I don't want to.
So that's the clip right there. Here's what I will say. Sony better scrape its cash together and buy out so much that Tencent
doesn't get a Soulsborne mobile, because that's what's coming.
Doesn't get a seat at the table, man. This is nefarious shit. We're getting closer, people, to Tencent touching something that everybody cares about. Well, forget Tencent owns 100% of Riot Games. That means 100% of every microtransaction on League of Legends and Valorant and League of Legends Mobile and the card game. All of it. Okay? We're getting real close to the edge where Tencent buys something that I care about and you care about as well. Or, maybe you don't give a shit that... we are recording this on the day Mikhail Gorbachev died. So communist.
My question is
Leaders across the board.
How much of a percentage can Tencent buy in Sony before you chuck your PlayStation out the window?
Again, zero. I would never I've said it many times, you cannot live a moralistic consumer life. I will not be happy about it, right? Like, I've said many times, Valorant is a Bobby-ass game. I would buy a PC just to play Valorant, but I refuse to play Valorant.
Do you want me to download Valorant on my computer and next time I come over? Okay.
No. I want no Tencent propaganda on this show. Point I'm trying to make is I have an iPhone.
PlayStation.
I drive a car. My socks, and I'm sure many products that I engage with on a day-to-day were made in China, okay? I would prefer, though, if we were at least honest. Like, could we at least be honest about it, though? I would sleep so much better at night if this article read, Tencent, company directly tied to the Chinese Communist Party, buy stake in Elden Ring. It's a true headline. It's a true headline.
It doesn't read well.
But at least we're not going in eyes closed. Because what they're doing, and they did this at Keeley's thing, is they're what the hell? Level Infinite. Now they're a different name. You remember the scene in Wolf of Wall Street where McConaughey's like, well, you can't let him do that. So what do? You come up with another idea. A new idea. Okay? That's what Level Infinite is. Eyes open, people. Sony needs to buy FromSoft immediately. That's my closing take here.
Nobody needs Dark Souls Mobile. That's run by Tencent.
Nobody needs Dark Souls Mobile, and I hope the Chinese economy implodes, but that's just from a moralistic, I'm off the hill. I'm off the soapbox. Matt, take us to the next topic.
Speaking of things imploding, mobile.
Speaking of mobile game bullshit.
In our next GameIndustries.biz article, which seems like is the only place that Bobby got the news this week.
Look, shout out to GamesIndustry.biz. Cassie, Schreier, y'all were sleeping. They were sleeping.
Can we get Jeffrey Roussel on the podcast?
I want to. I would love to. What do we got next? What happened? Who did Sony buy now?
Sony acquires Savage Game Studios. PlayStation Studios' mobile division launches with their acquisition of a mobile studio from ex-Rockstar Wargaming and Rovio staff. Basically, this article is saying Sony would like to get into mobile gaming because mobile gaming is printing money for everyone. Literally, you could make a game that everyone categorically is saying we will not play and we will not spend money on. And then you get Diablo Immortal and someone spending $100,000. One singular person spent $100,000. Multiple are spending $10,000. You know, the person that spent $100,000 is now complaining that he has no one to play against because it's too hard to find matches in his item level bracket.
Will not hear any of it. I will not be a part of it.
That's a you problem. Make a new character and level up like you should. However, mobile gaming is here to stay. And what I like companies like this, specifically Sony, getting into mobile gaming because I think they will handle it correctly. They will make.
They say it right there in the article. Sony said Savage is currently working on a new unannounced AAA. This is the most PRE-ass. A unannounced AAA mobile live service. Action game.
You know what I heard?
They told the intern there to be like, all right, we're gonna do a Mad Libs. Okay, give me 3 words. Okay. Oh.
Let me translate to you this for you. A new unannounced AAA pay to win
money printing
NFT related lottery.
You might as well.
Yeah.
Look, all I'll say is, and then by the time you're listening to this, I will have already made this point on the plus that you heard on Thursday.
Yep.
But I'm starting to think that This whole gaming being insulated from a worldwide recession is not true because people are starting to diversify the portfolio real quick.
Yep.
Okay, we're cruising for a bruising, people. Sony's got their games on PC. They've just greenlit enough video game movies to satisfy a lifetime. And now they're getting into mobile games.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think they're a little worried about $60 and $70 and $500 console sales at this point in time.
See, my thing is,
It's a good hedge.
I don't think it's any of that. So I'm seeing this as the complete opposite. Is I'm seeing this as the video game industry is continuing to recession-proof themselves because they have.
But yeah, so we're saying the same thing. They're building more legs to the table.
Yeah, but I don't think it's because they're struggling that they're doing this. I think this is just the logical progression of video games, and this is how video game business is done in this time and in this era, is that you need the mobile games. They've seen the success of these TV shows, of these movies. Even if they're bad, put them out. Even if the mobile games are bad. As long as they have loot boxes and as long as they have something that you could randomly get, put them out.
Just you know whose fault this is?
Raid Shadow Legends?
Robert Downey Jr. Okay? Because before Iron Man,
didn't see that coming.
Superhero movies were good to fine at best. And then suddenly now everybody's got a show, everybody's got a movie, everybody's got a Disney Plus. We don't need it.
You know who doesn't have a show? Iron Man.
Yeah, because he had 7 movies. Point I'm trying to make salient here is that I think we're both saying the same thing from different directions. Look, Sony's got enough IP where a mobile game, AAA mobile live service action game, what do you think it is?
AAA live service mobile game. There's a lot.
Action game. Because I had an idea and then action game completely killed it.
The Last of Us.
No.
Yep.
I mean, could you do a Last of Us Clash of Clans thing, like a tower defense thing? Yeah. But I don't think that's it.
See, it doesn't say multiplayer, right?
Live service. So it's assumed multiplayer. At least that's how I read live service. I assume multiplayer.
Yeah, that's fair. Because I was thinking not the Telltale series, but like something
Telltale, but it's live service. See?
No, but what I'm saying is like, do you know the other game, the other Walking Dead game that's on mobile?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Like that, but The Last of Us. That's what I'm expecting.
I'm trying to think. Let me
Or Dark Souls Mobile.
The only live service thing that Sony has right now is Destiny. But we've got all these things that, hey, we're coming live service to 150 live service games by 2025, whatever the hell they said. What is worth a 4.4 million? Because it also reads in the article, last year the team raised 4.4 million in seed funding to work in a shooter for mobile devices. Sony said Savage is currently working on an unannounced AAA mobile live service action game. Is that the shooter? This article isn't clear on, but I don't read it as that.
I think this is a project they already have, so I don't think it would be related to Sony IP.
It's got to be something. I'm trying to think. What does Sony own?
My thing is they don't own a lot of good like multiplayer stuff. So, like Destiny is really the only thing that makes sense for me.
Resistance, Killzone.
Yeah, but they're not.
It's the live service thing.
Like it just doesn't like Sony doesn't scream live service to me. So like I have no again, I really think that this is like the one they're talking about here, the AAA mobile live service action game is not Sony related IP. Because it's something they were previously working on.
Oh, no. I think a new unannounced. Sony said Savage is currently. Yeah, it's an oddly worded article. It's a little bit ambiguous in terms of what they're making. It could. I know what it is.
What?
I know what it is. The more I'm saying it out loud, this is a Killzone. This is a Killzone mobile. 100%.
It's the only way you could possibly revive Killzone.
Nope. This is a Killzone mobile. You've got COD mobile. You've got Apex mobile. This is a Killzone mobile. Listen,
It's not.
I could be wrong. I rarely am.
When was the last time
August
Killzone was
31st.
released?
Right at the beginning of PS4. I forget what it was called, but it was a PS4 launch game. Shadowfall? Sounds right?
Yeah. Shadowfall. The November 29th.
Yep.
No shot. This is a Killzone game. They scrapped
Listen to me. This
It's
is a Killzone
bad
game.
IP.
Listen, Guerrilla's moved over to making Horizon, and that's fine. But this is a Killzone game.
No
Matt, take us into our last topic of the evening here, my good sir. Because, the acquisitions from China keep on coming.
So our next article is, and I would like everyone in the chat right now to go leave a comment. Where do you think this article came from? I will give you another second. 1, 2. GameIndustries.biz. And it's
They
our
were on
friend,
fire this week.
Yeah.
What do you want from me?
James Batchelor.
We got the whole crew, man. But not one repeat.
I'm impressed. Usually when I lean on GameIndustries.biz because they are an amazing news outlet. However, when I lean on them, I usually do only Jeffrey Russo. It just so happens that I just like, I'm a big fan of his work, and I don't use anyone else when I go on a GameIndustries.biz kick.
Some would say I have a wider palette.
Some would say it. However, NetEase acquires Quantic
Yep.
Dream as first European studio.
This is horrifying.
I was gonna say, you were saying how like it's slowly expanding, and I'm like, didn't we have an article about them getting like just into the European market now?
Because NetEase, for all you boys and squirrels, is basically baby Tencent. So let me rephrase this article. NetEase, Chinese company with direct ties to the Chinese Communist Party, acquires Quantic Dream as first European studio. Because that is what's happening here.
Again, that title, way less eye friendly. It goes for the shock value. It doesn't necessarily read well.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I gotta go on a little bit of a tear here. The subheading, because I didn't read this or I didn't catch this. So the article from James Batchelor is NetEase acquires Quantic Dream as first European studio. Detroit Become Human developer will operate independently. Co-CEO tells GamesIndustry.biz that toxic workplace allegations has no impact on discussions. I would love to just see, just out of curiosity, if in their next game, anywhere buried in a menu or on a billboard in the back, the words Taiwan is a country can be displayed. And if they can't, guess they're not operating independently.
Yeah, but you could also say we didn't put that in there because we didn't.
Okay. Activision and Call of Duty edited out footage of Tiananmen Square for the Chinese release or the trailer of Call of Duty Black Ops 1984.
No, I'm not saying it did. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but that, like, you could just not write in anywhere anything about Taiwan in a video game.
Correct. Look, here's my thing, and we'll read from the article. I'm getting a little soapboxy here, and I know Matt doesn't like that, but I'll be a little soapboxy here.
So
Quantic Dream has been floundering for a while. They have a bad reputation with Sony, especially after how long Detroit Become Human took. They've got that Star Wars game that's coming sometime, right? Obviously, the allegations against David Cage. They were waiting for somebody to buy them up. So a Chinese mega corporation, for a quick gobble, It makes sense. The writing was on the wall, people. What scares me is as first European studio. And what scares me even more, man, is how do I put this in a businessy way? This is the first, I would say, video game propaganda outlet that Tencent and NetEase and all these, likewise companies have acquired. Because Quantic Dream mainly tells story-driven games. They're basically like a walking simulator, point-and-click type things. You know, Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human. Ooh, little, getting a little 1984-ish. It's getting a little 1984-ish in here. That's all I got to say about it.
Well, in other news, I think the general summary of our news episode today and for the last couple weeks, and it's something that echoes in all of these articles, is that people are getting bought. Everyone is for sale. And whoever's got the biggest wallet is going to get the most. Mm-hmm. We are not done with the acquisitions. And I would not be surprised if as soon as all of the paperwork for the Activision Blizzard King one goes through and everything is like, it's just a matter of time now. There's no more appealing. There's no more any of this stuff.
It's done. The case is closed.
Before that acquisition happens next June or July, Microsoft makes another big purchase. Sony makes another big... I don't know.
Sony's going to be Square Enix. I'm telling you right now, Sony's going to be Square Enix.
That's fine, but that's too easy. I'm saying EA will be purchased by this time next year. Guaranteed.
Oh, that's the clip.
EA does not survive the year.
Listen, the current biggest dick on the playground is Take-Two. Somebody comes in and scoops Take-Two. Listen, that would be world shattering. I would argue a Take-Two acquisition is more impactful than the Activision because Take-Two's got all the sports games, all of them.
I guess I don't think anything is as
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, but I don't think anything is as impactful as the ABK one because it was the largest developer in the world at the time.
Don't look back, Mac. It'll hurt your neck.
No,
okay?
It was.
Now?
Like at the time of purchase, it was.
Okay, so we have a new top dog.
Because it's no longer counted.
That's fine. It's off the board. Who is left on the board? We're talking about
EA's the next largest.
2K's worth way more of a prize than
No, but I'm saying
EA
by valuation, EA is the next most expensive. Like it is the next highest value. It was in one of the articles we read last week.
Was it?
Yeah.
Hold on. EA market cap. I know that's not a great way, but just for shits and giggies. EA valuation. 35.5 billion. Okay. Take-Two Interactive. Valuation. Come on, baby. Hold on. Everybody calm down.
I would like to note that
everybody relax.
35 billion is a lot of money. It's nowhere near the 69 billion.
19.8. Look, I'm happy to be wrong. This is coming from tradingeconomics.com. But it can't be right.
It might
Comment
not be
down below if I'm an asshat.
I am almost 100% certain that currently EA is the largest single entity developer that's out there right now. And before that was Activision Blizzard, but no one counts Activision Blizzard anymore because it's technically in 6 months or in a year it'll be Microsoft. So it's off.
Well, there's no way to know the answer to this question. There's scientifically no way to know the right answer. But
zero.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
But what you could know is the sweet financial context for industry trends that we drop on you every single Monday morning. by subscribing to the YouTube, leaving us a good review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, scanning the QR code down below to join the Discord. And hey, if you're feeling a little sleepy, if you're feeling a little tired, why don't you head on over to w.com/Playconomics. W.gg. Link in the description as well. Pick yourself up some of the #1 energy drink on the planet, okay?
The #1 energy drink
on the planet. Be better is their line. Could come out in a couple years that W.gg was made from recycled pencil shavings. We don't know. Buy at your own risk.
However, I wanted to address one thing with the people before.
I went the whole episode without breaking.
I want to address one thing with the people that I have a bone to pick with each and every one of you watching this video right now. Is that when I go into the YouTube analytics, I see where you drop off of the video. Mm-hmm. And we at Playconomics, we're trying to get our watch hours up. We're trying to get that monetization, and we are close. And we need each and every one of you to go back to a video you clicked off of. Comment why. Why did you click off of this video?
It helps.
And then I want you to watch the rest of the video and figure out why you were wrong. And then comment under that and say, oh my God. I'm sorry. I should not have clicked on. The videos literally get better second by second.
Listen,
it's unheard of.
If the accountant doesn't get this, first of all, he's been demoted. No longer the CPA. I've revoked his license. He's the accountant. I would like an apology tattooed on his body.
About
why he dropped off and the watch time. Keep it right, keep it tight, stay beautiful, and we'll see y'all next week on the Playconomics podcast.
And remember, as always, happy gaming.